Hello students, once again welcome to the LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. Let's start with the course Mathematics 1, and today's chapter is multiple integrals. That means double integration or triple integration. So let's start with the very first topic, which is basic concept of this chapter. So pay more attention. Starting 2 or 3 lectures are more important because they are the basic of this chapter, whole entire chapter. If you understand 3 4 lectures, first 3 4 lecture, then and only then this chapter will be easier for you. So today's topic, very first topic, is double integral over general region. What is the general region? How we can find the double integration? Because we have studied in school level single integration. Here you have to understand about the double integration. So let's have a look. First, we understand double integrals over region R. So for that, let f of x comma y, we know the function with several variable. So function with 2 variable, be continuous and a single valued function defined for all xy in close bounded region R in xy plane. If f of x comma y greater equal to 0, that means positive, then volume of solid that lies over the region R and under the surface z is equal to f of x comma y is given by double integral of f of x comma y over the closed bounded region capital R, which is defined by, before defining this, let's have a look on the graph of or curve, that this z is equal to f of xy and its projection in xy plane, which is given by this region R. You can see this. So this R will be your bounded region, closed bounded region, and you have to integrate this function f of x comma y by double integration. So what is the application of this double integration? So we have this kind of result that we want to find the volume of solid, then we can use this double integration. Okay, so integration I is equal to double integration over R. We read as this double integration over R f of x comma y dA. dA, that means dx dy or dy dx. You can put whatever the requirement as per example. Okay, so now what is this R? R is the closed bounded region, but how we can find the value of R, which we will learn in second lecture. But in this lecture, this region R is already given. But there are two type of region R is given. One is with constant limit. That means this R, region R, both the limit in double integration, both the limit will be constant. Or in second part, the limit, one of the limit is in variable form and one of the limit is constant. So to understand this, let's have a look on this first topic, the double integral over rectangular region. If region is rectangular, then both the limit of the integral is constant. Like this, we will use Frobenius theorem. What is Frobenius theorem? If f of x comma y is continuous in a rectangular region, which is given by capital R is equal to x comma y, we know that x is x coordinate, y is y coordinate, x lies between A to B and y lies between C to D, and which is given by this graph. This is x is equal to A to x is equal to B, and this one y is equal to C to y is equal to D. It is clear that this is x, and this is y. So in these two between, we know that these are the line, and line gives by the number. So it is constant limit. So integration is given by double integration over r f of x comma y dA. As I told, dA, that means dx dy. So we can write dy dx or dx dy according to the limit. If given region is rectangular, then both the limit is in constant form. If we write a limit of y inside, so we will take dy inside, that means this. First we integrate with respect to y, and resulting expression will be integrating with respect to x. Okay, this. If we want to integrate with respect to x, then we have to take limit of x inside and limit of y outside. So dy also outside. So you can use, that means this theorem says that you can integrate in any order when both the limit are constant. Both the limit are constant. Here you can see x is equal to a to b, y is equal to c to d. So this theorem states that if the limit of integral are constant, then we can integrate or we can calculate double integral in either of the order, that means dx dy or dy dx. If we use dx dy, that means this, so dx inside, so first we will use the integration with respect to x, with inside limit is x, and then we integrate with respect to y. If we use dy dx, then we integrate with respect to y first. At that time, the variable limit of y inside and limit of x outside. Okay. In case of this given function f of x comma y is a function of g of x and h of y. That means function of x and function of y in multiplication. So we can separate these two integration like this. If we have f of x comma y is multiplication of two different functions, two variable x and y, then we can integrate with respect to x separately and with respect to y separately. Okay, so we have this concept for the constant limit. So whenever example is given and limits are constant, that means in number form, only number, no variable, then you have to go with the given flow, or you can change the integration accordingly. That means you can change the order, dx dy or dy dx. And according to the order dx dy, you have to also change the limit. You can change because the limit is in the constant form. Okay, in variable limit you cannot change the limit, or you cannot change the order directly. For that you have to understand one special topic, change of order, that we will learn in after this all the basic is completed. Okay, now we have double integration over general region. So what is general region and how we can integrate double integration? So let's have a look. Double integration of the function f of x comma y over general region R can be evaluated by two successive integration. That means first with respect to x, at that time y is constant, or first with respect to y, at that time x is constant. Okay, then a resulting expression will be integrated with respect to remaining variable. Okay, for that we have two different methods to evaluate this kind of integration. First, we have method number 1. Let region R bounded by these two curves. We have two curves and two lines, x is equal to a and x is equal to b. To understand this, let's have a look on these curves. We have this curve. This region is total covered by these two curves. Y is equal to y1 and y is equal to y2. And two line, on the left hand side we have x is equal to a, on the right hand side we have x is equal to b. Okay, if this kind of region is given, that means vertical strip. If we can make vertical strip, then we have to integrate compulsory with respect to y first. Okay, and then the resulting expression will be integrated with respect to x. Similar way we have this another graph. Here also we have vertical strip, and we have to integrate with respect to y first. At that time x become constant, and resulting expression is integrated with respect to x. Okay, and in between x is equal to a to x equal to b. Same way here, x equal to a, x equal to b, and these two curve. Y is equal to y1 to y is equal to y2. In the form of x, in the form of x. So to understand this, we have this, that integrate with respect to y first, treating as constant. So integration, double integration f of xy dx dy is equal to, that this x is equal to a and x equal to b is constant limit, so it will become outside. So dx outside, and this variable limit is inside, compulsory, and this variable limit is of y, limit of y, but in the form of x. So if inside limit is in the form of x, that means it is a limit of y, because we know that we always write y is equal to f of x. This is in the term of x, but limit of y. Then we will integrate with respect to y first. Same way, we have method number 2. In that method, we will use horizontal strip. In that case, inside limit is in the form of y. In the form of y, that means limit is of x. So dx inside and dy outside. So we have this method number 2. Let R is bounded by these two curves. X is equal to x1 of y, as I told, in the form of y. Okay, in the form of y, that means limit of x. In the form of y, limit of x, and we have line y is equal to c to y is equal to b, which is given by this curve. This curve, that means we have covered by this curve x1 and x2 in the form of y, and upper and lower y is equal to c to y is equal to d. In each and every graph has this, y is equal to c to y is equal to d, y is equal to c to y is equal to d, covered by this. In this region, the entire strip is moving, horizontal strip. Okay, and left and right. Okay, these are the curve, x1 of y, x2 of y, in the form of y, but limit is of x. Okay, so for that, first we integrate it with respect to x, treating y constant. So we can write double integration f of x comma y dx dy is equal to, we have line y is equal to c to y is equal to d. So outer limit is constant, so y dy outside, limit of y outside, and inside is limit of x in the form of y, so dx inside, in the form of y, so it is limit of x or dx inside. Okay, simple, you have to remember this thing. Okay, to understand these two method and rectangular form, let's have a look on the example. Very first example, after just by observing, you can say that these both the limit of integration is constant. Okay, so this is rectangular region, and for that we need not to change the order, because this is simple integration. If integration is awkward, then you can change the order of these two, because both the limit are constant. Otherwise, it's not possible that directly we can change the integration if limit of integration is given in the variable form. But here both the limit are in constant form, so we can change the order. Okay, whatever we need or whatever we require, or we can integrate directly as well as. But here dx is inside, so this inside limit is of x, and dy is outside, so this outside integration or limit is of y. Okay, so first we integrate with respect to x, and then resulting expression will be integrated with respect to y. So let's have a look on the solution. So first we write down the I for integration is equal to this. We integrate only this part. So outer this integration and dy as it is, and we integrate this function with respect to x only. And we know that if we integrate with respect to x, so this limit 0 to 1 is also replaced in the place of x, because we are integrating with respect to x. So integration of 1 with respect to x is x, as we have discussed the integration in school level, and you can find the description also where you can find the formula of integration. Okay, and integration of this term 3xy. So 3 and y both are constant. So integration of x is x squared by 2. So we have this term. Okay, I am just removing all this so you can see properly. So integration of 1 is x, integration of x is x squared by 2, and 3 and y as it is. And this limit 0 to 1 will prefix on the end of this box. Now put upper limit minus lower limit. Upper limit and lower limit in the place of x, because we integrated first with respect to x. So 1 in place of this. So 1 plus 3 into 1 by 2 y. So we have 1 plus 3 by 2 y minus lower limit 0. So this term is 0 and this term is 0. 0 into anything is 0. So this is 0. Now we have remaining this expression, and we will integrate this with respect to remaining variable y and put this limit in the place of y. So integration of 1 is y, and integration of this y is y squared by 2. Upper limit minus lower limit. If we put upper limit 2, we'll get 5. How? So if we put here 2, so we have 2 plus, we have this 3 by 4 into y square. That means 2 square is 4. So 4 cancel, 2 plus 3 is 5. Minus lower limit 1. So 1 plus 1 square is 1. So 3 by 4. By simplifying this, we have 5 minus, our simplification of this bracket gives LCM 4. And 4 ones are 4 plus 3 is 7. Now again taking LCM, 20 minus 7 by 4. So we have 13 by 4, which is our final answer. Okay, so simple for the constant limit. But for that you have to know about the integration. So, okay, you have to practice more and more examples. So let's have a look on the second example. Here you can see inside limit is inside limit is variable. First we will see the inside limit is variable. Okay, you cannot now change the order without any rule. Okay, because now inside limit is variable limit, and which variable is given inside given limit variable is x. Variable is x, so limit of this limit is of y, because as I said, y is equal to f of x, function of x. So whenever inside limit is in the form of x, which is limit of y, so compulsory dy should be inside and dx should be outside. So first we will arrange this dx and dy. We cannot arrange this integration. We cannot move the integral. We can change this dx and dy inside outside according to this inside limit if it is variable. Okay, so inside limit is variable, which is of the form x. Of the form x, that means it is a limit of y. So dy should be inside and dx should be outside. So first we will start with the I, and first we will change this order. So dy should be inside and dx should be outside. So we will integrate with respect to y first. So x square is constant, and we know that integration of constant with respect to y gives constant into y. and here constant k is our x square. So x square into y. So we have integration x square into y minus integration of y square is y cube by 3, and this limit x square and x in at the end of this box. Now upper limit minus lower limit. So we have two box, upper limit box minus lower limit box. And how to integrate we already learned in previous lectures. Okay. So first we will put x upper limit in the place of y because we integrated with respect to y. So if we put here, so x square into x gives x cube minus x whole cube is x cube by 3 as it is, minus upper limit is done, minus of now lower limit x square. So here if we put x square, so x square into x square give x is to 4, and minus x square whole cube, x square whole cube. So power raised to power multiplication of power which is 6. So x is to 6 and this 3 as it is. Now we expand, open this bracket. So we have this x cube same power. So we can calculate this by taking LCM. So 3x cube minus 1x cube. So 2x cube by 3. We have this. And this is x is to 4 and x is to 6. We cannot take LCM. And we cannot merge these two terms. So we will take separately. So minus x is to 4 and minus plus x is to 6 by 3. Okay. Now integrate with respect to x. So by integrating this with respect to x, x is to 4 by 4, x is to 5 by 5, and x is to 7 by 7. Okay, so we have this x is to 4 by 4, and this 2 cancel with here, so 2, 3, 2 are 6. So x is to 4 by 6. Okay, now x is to 5 by 5 as it is, and x is to 7 by 7, 7 3 are 21. Now upper limit minus lower limit. So we have upper limit, if we put 1, so 1 by 6, 1 by 5, 1 by 27. And minus lower limit 0, 0, 0, 0. Now by taking LCM and by simplification of this three terms, we have the final answer 1 by 70. You can check with your calculator. Okay, so you have to one thing clear in your mind that inside limit is variable limit, and if it is in the form of x, it is in the form of x, then it is the limit of y. So dy should be inside. That is the simple concept. If inside limit in the form of y, then it is the limit of x. So dx should be inside. Okay, this is the simple basic concept. So we have one more example, and here again inside limit is in the form of x. In the form of x, that means this is the limit of y. So which term should be inside first, dx or dy? Yes, dy. Okay, so first we will write down I. At that time we will take dy inside. Now first we will integrate with respect to y. When we integrate with respect to y, then we have to treat x as a constant. So this term become constant. 1 plus y, x square become constant. So now we have one formula, 1 upon a square plus x square dx as per the list. Okay, and for that we have formula 1 by a tan inverse x by a. This is the formula of integration. Now we have variable is y, so we have this x is y, this x is y, dy. Okay, so this x become y. Other than that, there is no change. Now this is our a square. So this entire is a square. So a square is 1 plus x square. So a is under root 1 plus x square. So we can write like this whole square is equal to a square. Okay, so we have a square is equal to this a square, root and square cancel, so we can get again this 1 plus a x square. Okay, so by applying this formula 1 by a, that means this root of this. So we have 1 by a tan inverse y by a. Okay, got it? Now upper limit minus lower limit. Limit will be substituted in the place of y because we integrate with respect to y. Okay, keeping x constant. So if we put this in the place of y, and y is here only, other than that there is no y. So if we put y here, we will get this divided by the same, cancel out, so we have 1. So we have tan inverse 1, and this is as it is. This term is as it is. So upper limit, this term as it is, and tan inverse, if we put here under root 1 plus x square, so under root 1 plus x square will be cancel out, we have tan inverse 1. Minus for the lower limit 0. If we put 0 in the place of this y, 0 upon something will be 0. So 1 upon under root 1 plus x square as it is, and tan inverse 0. Okay. Now what is the value of tan inverse 1? We all know pi by 4 because tan pi by 4 is 1. So tan inverse 1 is pi by 4. And similar way tan inverse 0 is 0. So we have the remaining term, this will be 0, and we have pi by 4, 1 upon under root 1 plus x square. Now we can take pi by 4 outside, and the formula of integration 1 upon under root 1 plus x square dx is this, log x plus under root 1 plus x square. This is the formula of integration. Now put upper limit minus lower limit. Upper limit in the place of x, because now we integrate the remaining term with respect to x. That's why. So here 1 plus 1 plus 1, 2 root 2. So we have log 1 plus root 2 minus, if you put 0, so this will be 0 plus 1 plus 0. 1 plus 0 is 1, and 1 plus 0 is again 1. So we have log 1, and we know that log 1 is 0. So remaining answer will be pi by 4 log 1 plus root 2. This is our final answer. So these are the example and how we integrate the double integral. Okay, simple. As you did for the single integration, you have to do this same step for 2 times. 1 time with respect to 1 variable according to the given example or given limit, and then resulting expression will be integrated 2nd time. Okay, when first time we integrate with respect to y, then x is constant, and if we first time integrate with respect to x, y is constant. Okay, now we have double integration or double integral in polar coordinate. That means r and theta form. Okay, so let's have a look. The integral, this theta and r in double integration, f of r comma theta dr d theta represent the polar form of the double integral. Okay, and for that, in this integral, first integrate with respect to r always, keeping theta constant, and then the remaining or resulting expression will be integrated with respect to theta, because we know that value of theta will be always constant angle. That's why constant will be outside. Okay, and before starting example, we have some basic formula which will help you to integrate some integration in the form of, as we know, the reduction formula. And then we can apply reduction formula if integration is of the form this, 0 to pi by 2 and sine raised to something that means n, and n is greater or equal to 2, more than 2, 3, 4, but integer, positive integer, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, similar way we can apply for the cos also. So if this is given, so we have one standard reduction formula. By using this, you can directly calculate the integral. No need to solve all the steps. Okay, the reduction formula is, if we have power n, so we will start with the n minus 1 in the numerator and n as it is. Then after, minus 2 from numerator, minus 2 from denominator, minus 2 from numerator, minus 2 from denominator, and go up to till we will get the final answer. If we will get 1 by 2, then put pi by 2, and if we will get 2 by 3, then multiply 1. And when we will get 1 by 2, So if n power, this power is even number, then you will get compulsory 1 by 2 the last term. So we have to multiply with pi by 2. And if n is odd, that is power is odd, then last term will be 2 by 3 and we will multiply with 1. Okay, this is the concept of reduction formula. To understand this, we have one simple example. Integration 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to 6 theta d theta. Now, no need to see about the power that even or odd. By simplification, you will get automatically 1 by 2 or 2 by 3. If you will get 1 by 2, then put pi by 2. If you will get 2 by 3, then multiply 1. Simple. Okay. So, start with the, as I told, 1 power minus in the numerator, so put 5, and same power at the n at the denominator, so 6 as it is. Then after, no need to remember this formula, just minus from the numerator, 2 minus from the numerator and 2 minus from the denominator. So 5 minus 2 is 3, 3 minus 2 is 1, and then we cannot subtract minus from the 1, otherwise we will get minus answer. So we have to stop here, 1. Similar way, if we subtract 2 from the denominator, so we will get 4, then 2, then it will be 0. So no need to go further. So here you can see 1 by 2 is the last term. So we have to multiply pi by 2. And as I told, it power is even power. So last term will be 1 by 2 and we have to multiply pi by 2. So by cancel out the term, 3 2s are 6. Final answer 5 pi by 2 into 4 into 2 into 2. It is 32. Simple. Okay. Simple. Now this is the final answer and no need to integrate now this step. Integration of this entire is our final answer is 5 pi by 32. We have one more example. This. Yes. This integration 0 to pi by 2. Reduction formula is applicable if and only if integration of the integral is 0 to pi by 2. Otherwise, we cannot apply reduction formula. Okay. So have a look on this. So 5 at the denominator and 5 minus 1, 4 in the numerator. Then subtract 2 to 2. So 4 minus 2 is 2 and 2 minus 2 will be 0. So no need to go. And 5 minus 2 is 3. Stop, it is 2 by 3. So we have to multiply 1 and power is odd as we have discussed here. So by cancel out or simplify, we have final answer 8 by 15. Simple. Now same reduction formula when sine and cos will be multiplied together. Okay, so we have this formula. This sine raised to m into cos raised to n. But same condition, limit of the integral should be 0 to, must be 0 to pi by 2. Okay. So for that, first have a look on the m only. So 1 minus, as I told in previous formula also, 1 minus, then 2 to minus till answer 1 or 2. Then stop. Now take the power of cos. Again 1 minus and then 2 to minus till 1 or 2. No 0 or no negative. Then in denominator we have to add these two power. We have to add these two power, m plus n. First write down the addition of these two power. Then subtract 2 from the that m plus n. And multiply with k. That means what is k? If m and n both the limit are constant, even, both the limit are even, then multiply with pi by 2, otherwise multiply with 1. That means if one of the power m is odd, the n is even, so we have to multiply 1. If m is even, n is odd, we have to multiply 1. If m and n both are odd, then multiply with 1. In only one case, m and n both are even, then multiply with pi by 2. Otherwise, 1, multiply with 1. For example, we have this integration 0 to pi by 2 must, and sine raised to 3, cos raised to 6. So as I told, first we will minus from this power. So 3 minus 1 is 2. Then after we cannot go because 2 minus 2 will be 0. Into, we will take the power of cos. 1 minus, that means 6 minus 1, 5. Then 5 minus 2, 2 minus. So 3 minus 2 is 1. Then we cannot go further. Now in the denominator, addition of these two power. 3 plus 6 is 9. And subtract 2, 2, 2. So 9 minus 2, 7, 7 minus 2, 5, 5 minus 2, 3, 3 minus 2, 1. Here, this 3 is odd. So, at the end, we will multiply with 1. No pi by 2. By simplifying this, we have 3, 3 cancel out. 5, 5 cancel out. So, we have 2 by 63 is our final answer. Okay. One more example. This integration 0 to pi by 2, sine raised to 6, cos raised to 8. So first subtract 1 from the power of sine. So we will get 5, then 2 minus, then 2 minus. Similar way, subtract 1 from this power of cos, that means 8. So we have 7, then 2 minus, 2 minus, 2 minus. Then addition of these 2, that means 14, and 2 minus. 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. And here both the power are even, so multiply with pi by 2. And then by cancel out that 3 2s are 6, 5 2s are 10, 3 4s are 5, 3 4s are 12, and 7 2s are 14. Now, so we have in numerator 5 pi. And denominator 2 raised to 1, this 2 raised to 2, that means 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Total 2 raised to 12. Okay, so 2 raised to 12, you know that we can put the value. So these are the reduction formula. When we can apply this reduction formula, if integration of limit is 0 to pi by 2. So we have example for polar form. Integration 0 to pi by 4 and 0 to 1. In polar form, we have to always integrate with respect to r first and then theta. So, let's start with the integration. Integration of r is r square by 2. Upper limit minus lower limit. R square, that means 1 square, 1 by 2, and 0 will be 0. So, 1 by 2. Final answer 1 by 2. 1 by 2 take outside. So, remaining is 1. Integration of 1 is theta with respect to theta. Okay, and upper limit minus lower limit, so final answer is pi by 8. Simple, so simple example. Second example, here always as I told, we will integrate with respect to r first. So integration with respect to r square by 2, upper limit sine theta in place of r, so sine square theta by 2, and 0 will be 0, so sine square theta by 2, 1 by 2 outside, and this is the limit 0 to pi, so we cannot apply reduction formula. So we will use the trigonometry formula of sine square, 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2, and by integrating, and we take 2 outside, so 1 by 2 into 2, 1 by 4, and integration of 1 with respect to theta is theta, and integration of cos 2 theta is sine 2 theta by 2, because as per the rule of integration, coefficient of theta goes to denominator, and limit 0 to pi. So we have upper limit minus lower limit, so pi minus sine 2 pi by 2, minus if we put 0, so 0, and sine 0 is also 0, so pi as it is, and sine 2 pi is 0, so we have final answer is pi by 4. So one more example, this same you can solve by yourself. You can see here, first we will integrate with respect to r square by 2, upper limit is a 1 plus cos theta whole square, so a square 1 plus cos theta whole square, lower limit 0 will give us 0. If we can take a square by 2 outside, so we have 1 plus cos theta square, and 1 plus cos theta whole square can expand and integrate, as well as we have formula 1 plus cos theta is 2 cos square theta by 2. So whole square is 2 square is 4, and cos square whole square is cos raised to 4. So we have this, and if we can take 4 outside, cancel with 2, so we have 2. Okay, and cos raised to 4 theta by 2 as it is. Now we have this, we can take theta by 2 is equal to t. Why I'm just taking? Because it gives easily to reduction formula. Let's see. Theta by 2 is equal to t. So theta is equal to t to t. By differentiating this, d theta is equal to 2 dt. So new variable is, if we replace theta, this theta gives us 2 dt. This gives us t. So we have cos raised to 4 t dt, 2 dt. 2 dt. Okay, so t outside from the integration, so remove from here. Now this given limit is of theta. This given limit is of theta. We have to convert for t. So when theta is 0, if we put theta is here 0, so t is also 0. And if we put theta is equal to pi here, so t gives pi by 2. New limit is 0 to pi by 2. So 2a square 0 to pi by 2 cos raised to 4t 2 dt, 2 outside, 4a square and this. Now you can apply the reduction formula as I told. 1 minus from numerator, for numerator so 3, denominator power as it is. Now 1 minus, so 1 and so 2 minus, so 2 minus so 1 and 2 minus is 2. As I told, if we get 1 by 2, we will put pi by 2. Okay, so we have this. Okay, by cancel out this 4 with this 4, we have 3a square pi by 4 is the final answer. So it will give easily answer. Okay, so by one more example, this you can understand same concept, nothing else. Okay, but here integration of this, how we can integrate this? So we have one formula. If you know, function raised to n and differentiation of function is in multiplication, then we can integrate like this, raised to n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c is integral constant. So something raised to, function raised to n, and differentiation of function is given in the multiplication, so we can use this formula. So we have this function whole raised to n, that means 3, and differentiation of this, differentiation of 1 is 0 and sine is cos theta, but minus is there, so we need minus cos theta. So multiply with minus outside and minus with here. So we can apply this formula. So integration minus 1 by 3 as it is, and integration of this is 1 minus sine theta whole raised to 4 by 4. What about f dash? This will be omitted from the answer. You can see. Okay. Now upper limit minus lower limit, simple, we will get the final answer. So easy. Okay. So same we have this example for your practice. So if you will practice this sum, you will understand better, and if you practice this sum, you will get queries. If you get problem, then you can contact me. I will give you hint, or I will solve the example for you. Okay, so keep practicing, keep watching and keep learning. Thank you for watching this video. We will see you soon with next video. Thank you.